Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Masters of the Universe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Masterverse Masters of the Universe Revelation Beastman. Thank you for watching this video, or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both, or all of the above. That's all cool. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And first up, as we always do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. We have 30 points of articulation, a barcode, Masterverse, and I didn't pop the tape on this one, but when you flip the lid open, it does say, by the power of Grayskull. 6 and up, a nice big window showcasing Beastman as he appeared later on in the show after the time skip. Netflix original. Masters of the Universe Revelation Beastman. And Mattel. On this side, Beastman Savage Henchman. On this side, some nice artwork of Beastman. They're getting ready to beat some beasts or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's got stuff and he's ready to do it. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print. MattelShop.com. Contents: 1 figure, accessories, a barcode, and a question mark. What does it mean? I don't know. Then on the back at the bottom, we have the cross sale of He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela, Skeletor, Beastman, Spike are also available. Each sold separately, subject to availability. Colors and decoration may vary. Mattel empowering the next generation through play, recycled print, and there is some artwork of Beastman whooping something. Beastman, Savage Henchman, the fearless feral force spent his entire life fighting for Skeletor's evil causes, using his brute strength and telepathic command of dangerous creatures to his master's advantage. With the magic gone from Eternia, Beastman serves Evil Lyn as her monstrous muscle in her search to repair the damage done in the final battle at Grayskull. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. Now let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And to start off, we'll do the accessories as we normally do. And handy dandy tweezers here. He has 2 extra sets of hands. Here we have an open hand and just a little bit of paint apps there on the fingernails. And the fizz, you can see the sculpted detail of the hair. And again, some paint apps, at least for the thumbnail, which you can see. And we, on the other side, we have a fist hand. And again, it's the same as the other one, just opposite. Paint app for the fingernail. And we have a grip hand. And again, paint apps for the fingernails and that sculpted detail for the fur. And then we have his Beastman's signature weapon, his whip. So nice molded details in there. And the fact that they actually had a string for the whip, what actually would have worked better for me is if they'd have put a piece of wire in there to make it posable. But of course, you know, this is a 6 and up toy, so that may be the reason that they did not. Now let's take a look at Beastman himself. And you can see he's got some war paint, I guess, added since last he worked for Skeletor, because this is from the skip into the future, or the time jump, the shark jumping, whatever. He's got some scars there, probably from taming some beasts. On the back, you know, he's got that nice tuft of hair there on his back. Ladies, if you like hairy-backed men, it's Beastman. Then you got some tufts of hair on the back of the forearms. And instead of his classic stuff like his armor and whatnot, you know, he's got this extra long loincloth. And again, tufts of hair here on the back of his calves. And on the tops of his feet. He got some hobbit feet going on there. And actually that hair goes all the way around. Look at that. So most of the figure appears to be molded in color. And again, like this piece is molded in color. And then these tufts are paint. I think the wristbands are paint. And of course the fingernails, or claws, I guess you could call them. This looks like it's molded in this blue color and then black paint added, and then, you know, these are painted on there. And then the ankle bracers, I guess, are painted. The hair on the top of the foot, the toenails, and these tufts on the back of the legs and the back of the arms appear to be painted. And it looks like, you know, these bands braiding his, or, you know, separating his beard out are painted. The beard itself looks to be painted. The eyes, the areas around the eyes, the teeth, and the horns on top of his head appear to all be paint apps. So actually a lot more paint apps on this figure than I originally thought there was. And then of course I think the scars are paint apps also. So again, more paint apps on this figure than I originally thought there were. Let's talk about articulation. He can look up that far. He can look down straight ahead. He can do the full exorcist at the shoulder, about 90 degrees out, a full 360 degrees of rotation, upper cut or upper bicep cut for another 360 degrees of rotation, a pinless double hinged elbow, and let's see how much range of motion we can get out of that bad boy. And it is a little tight, but work at it just a little bit, you can get that much range of motion out of it. At the wrist, 360 degrees of rotation on an in and out hinge, and the other hand is on an in and out hinge, and in fact all the extra hands are on in and out hinges. Where the chest meets the torso, we have a ball joint in there. It gives you some hoopy action going on, and it gives you that much forward crunch and enough back crunch so he stands up straight, I suppose. There's a cut at the waist for a 360 degrees of rotation. Legs. He can kick up that far. He can kick back that far. And something I have been forgetting to do is he can give you this much of the splits. There is a cut at the upper thigh for another 360 degrees of rotation. And now that he's done the splits, his leg. There we go. At the knee, we have pinless, double hinged knee. And let's see if I can get it to working. Let's see, I might have to apply some off-camera strength. And that does it, ladies and gentlemen. You get that much range of motion out of that double-hinged pinless knee. Then we have an upper shin cut for another 360 degrees of rotation at the ankle. Down that far. Oops. Up that far. He's just all over the place. So, up that far, and a forward-facing pin for rocker action. Now, one thing I do want to mention, this Beastman actually has a holster for his whip right here. So, when he's ready to whoop some butt, it's right there. And I'm sure you can twist it up or whatever to get it more neat looking than that. I just wanted to show that that was a feature. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a look at the figure and his accessories. And now, ladies and gentlemen, comes my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And we're going to compare him with his wave mates. And here he is with Duncan, the man-at-arms. And with Tila. And with Spikor. And now let's see how he compares up with other lines. And because I have him handy dandy, here is the retro carded Fantastic Four retro carded thing. And here we have another one from Marvel Legends. It's Stan the Man Lee himself. And he doesn't ever want to stand up in a review. He stands up over to the side, but never during the review. Stan, come on, man. There we go. Next up, we have from the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars, the Black Series, the Bad Batch's Elite Squad Trooper. And for some other 7-inch goodness, we have from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line, Batman Beyond. And for some other 7-inch badness, we have McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse the Joker, the comedian from The Three Jokers. That, my friends, completes the comparisons. For final thoughts on the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, Revelation Beastman, even though this is not the classic look, this is a decent take on the character. I do hope that at some point in the future, they do make him with the classic look. They're really all they have to do is get rid of the loincloth and maybe recast his crotchal region and his head. And, of course, give him that big hunchback armor piece. And there you have a classic Beastman. Don't even have to give him a new weapon. Use the same whip. So there's something to look forward to in the future. Mattel, that's great, excellent reuse of this mold. So get right on that, okay? Because I know you're listening. I don't really know what else to say about this guy, but he's hairy and he's angry and he just looks like he's ready to rip somebody apart. That does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting the channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future, you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.